Today, I'm in the shop with a 2x8, and I'm going to show you how to make some really nice furniture from just one board. This was $8 at Lowe's, and we're going to turn it into something really nice that you can sell, and that we're going to sell. Step number one is bringing our board over to the miter saw, and we're going to get it cut to length. Real quick, before we get this cut, can anyone tell us why there's blue on this board? What is that? Your first cut's as easy as it gets. You're doing 2.5 feet, which is 30 inches, and then your second cut is going to be 1.5 feet, which is 18 inches. And those are all at 0 degrees, 90 degrees, you know the deal. The next one is a little bit more complicated. We're gonna pull our board all the way to the very end, and then we're gonna put our blade to 22.5 degrees. We're gonna chop off just enough so we have a perfect point on one end and try not to waste as much material as possible. Then from that sharp point that we just cut, you're gonna measure down 22 3/8 inches. And that's the mark that you're gonna line your blade up to. And these two cuts are gonna be parallel to each other, so the board you're left with is a parallelogram. And the next step is a lot easier because now you've already got that 22.5 degree angle cut on one side. Now you just need to go to the other side and finish it off. Well, that's perfect. All the cuts are made, and we did not waste a scrap of this 2x8. I'm very proud of that. What we've got, one piece 30 inches, one piece 18 inches, and then two pieces perfectly identical from the little angle to the big angle, 22 3/8 inches. We're gonna plane it. You don't have to plane it if you don't have a planer. Go ahead and sand the heck out of it, unless you don't wanna make this really nice. That's also fine, it's up to you. You live your own life, John. Your decisions are yours.
I get caught in this.
John didn't take out our trash, so we missed trash day, and now we have a full trash bin, so. Roommate debacle. We're not gonna do too much, probably just take about an 1/8 inch off all of them, just flatten them out and get them looking nice, and get off any dents I just did from dropping that. And now that all these boards are planed, you're gonna go ahead and on the corner of all of these boards, you're gonna measure 1.5 inches on each side. Now you're gonna take your speed square again, and then you're gonna connect those lines, making a 45 degree angle on all four corners. Now, we're gonna take both those boards over to the miter saw, and we're gonna cut off those 45 degree cuts. So just cut right on that line that you just made and do all four corners of both boards. And this step is optional. I do think it's gonna make the piece look a little more interesting, a little bit less like framing lumber, so we're doing it, but if you don't want to, you don't have to. Much like everything we do in our videos. Now we're gonna go ahead and use a chamfer on all four of these pieces. I'm gonna ease into it, so I'm gonna start at about 1/4 inch and make my way down to like 3/8 inches, I think. Guys, we are nearing 50,000 subscribers, which is insane. So we just want to say thank you, because that's crazy. We never thought we'd be here. Also, please help us get there, because we're gonna throw a big party, and we would like to party. And the faster you get us there, the faster we can have a big party with all of our friends. We can go to the grocery store and we can say to the cake lady, please write fish over chicks 50K on a cake, and she'll go, what did you just say to me? And we'll be like, don't ask any questions, we're paying you. And she'll be like, okay. And then we'll invite her to the party if she's cool. But thank you again, guys. We really appreciate it. So we put it all together and it's done. Just kidding, somehow it is staying standing with just a dry run. We put these two legs up and then we place this board on and it's all staying. One thing I will mention while you're doing the chamfer is you don't want to do these end grain pieces of the angled boards, because we want these to be flat and flush against here. Obviously not flush right now, but it's a dry run, so it's not going to be flush. Now we're going to go ahead and sand it and stain it, and then we will get to the fun part of putting it together. It's hot in this shop. It's so hot. By the end of all of our videos, I look wet. So they're all sanded. The next step is to put pocket holes on our legs. We're gonna do 2 on the bottom and 2 on the top of both legs. And I have my pocket hole jig sent to 1.5 inches. Just make sure when you're doing them that you make the pocket holes all on the same side. You don't wanna mix match them. Pre-stain on the Fish Over Chicks YouTube channel. Really? Yeah, really. We're going for it. We're making this real nice. Fine furniture from framing lumber. We're gonna pre-stain, stain, poly, then we'll do a bunch more coats of poly, and then we'll put it all together. You probably don't want to watch us do all this. Skip to the staining. All right, this is the next day. John has left me to my own devices. So let's go ahead and get some stain. Varathane Classic English Chestnut. So I've got all the pieces. I did one coat of poly and then I sanded them down. So what we're gonna do now is take one of our legs and we're gonna center it up on the baseboard. First, you wanna measure in from both sides 5 1/16 inch and make a mark. From the top and the bottom, we're gonna measure in 2 1/8 inches. That's gonna give us a rectangle in the middle where we can line up these legs like that and then place them in that rectangle there, and that will be perfectly center of this bottom board. If you flip it around, this is going to be our front because you don't see any of those pocket holes. Go ahead and flip this piece and then line it up to that one, line it up on those lines, and then go ahead and put those pocket holes in from the back again. So this is our front so far. That looks dope. Now let's go ahead and get that top piece. And that'll go on just like that. And because this is 30 inches, and from this point to this point is 25 inches, we've got a 5-inch gap that we need to divide by 2, meaning we're gonna do 2.5 inches coming in from this side and 2.5 inches coming in from this side. And then we're gonna go ahead, flip this around, and get it adhered onto our top. Sorry guys, I didn't realize you couldn't see that at all. My bad, I'm trying to be artsy like John. That looks nice. That looks really nice. I'm proud of my work. I'm proud of it. Well guys, that is gonna do it. This is the project. I did 4 coats of poly and it is super, super soft. I mean, it feels incredible. You let me know if you think I successfully made fine furniture out of framing lumber. I'm gonna get it up on Facebook Marketplace for $100. I don't think we'll have any trouble getting that for this. I really like it. I think it came out incredible. So if you liked it, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Comment down below any other videos you'd like us to make, and I will see you in the next one.